Audio Jungle.
News of the removal of the Vice-Chancellor of University of Lagos, Akoka, has now taken a new turn, and there are more revelations that are coming in. But we're going to be bringing you this news analysis on Entv this morning. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I'd like you to click on the subscribe button. The removal of the UNILAG VC, Prof Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, as the Vice-Chancellor, has now also been okayed by Wale Babalakin, the Pro-chancellor of the university. If you can watch on the screen there, that is what is going on in UNILAG, or what went on in UNILAG some few hours ago, by Professor Ogundipe, who seemed to have the support of the academic staff and other staffers of the University of Lagos. Is now being cheered as he returns to his office, and that is the situation. Like I said before, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I'd like you to click on the subscribe button. You can also click on the notification sign beside the subscribe button, so you'll be the first to get notifications whenever we have a new video. Wale Babalakin, the Pro-chancellor of the University of Lagos, Akoka, has said that the removal of Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe as the Vice-Chancellor of the university was due to gross misappropriation of funds and reckless looting of resources. Those were Wale Babalakin's claims. Mr. Ogundipe was controversially removed as the university's Vice-Chancellor on Wednesday by the governing council headed by Wale Babalakin at a meeting held in Abuja. 6 of the members of the governing council voted for his removal, for Ogundipe's removal, and while 4 voted against his removal. The removal has been condemned by the University Senate and all the staff of the unions in the institution, that is in UNILAG. Mr. Ogundipe has also rejected the removal, saying due process was not followed. As you already know, guys, this matter is already in court, and according to Mr. Ogundipe's claims, he said the law of the university said that it is only a sitting president that can remove the Vice-Chancellor after due consultation with the council and the Senate acting through the Minister of Education. Defending the removal of Professor Ogundipe, Mr. Babalakin argued that the law was appropriately followed in the removal of the Vice-Chancellor, as there are many pending allegations bordering on looting and misappropriation of funds against Mr. Ogundipe. Professor Ogundipe has been looting the university and looting it recklessly. That's the plain truth that we should not hide, said Wale Babalakin. There is a misappropriation and there is direct looting of the university. All attempts were made to put an end to this, he said. Giving some instances of alleged looting by Mr. Ogundipe, Mr. Babalakin said, without seeking approval, Mr. Ogundipe spent 49 million renovating his house. Under the process, this has to be done with approval from the council. He sought no approval. To cover up, he gave the bursar 41 million naira to renovate his official residence. The official residence of the bursar can be built by 41 million naira from the scratch. This was what was spent on renovation. Mr. Wale Babalakin said an investigation ordered by the governing council showed that Mr. Ogundipe misappropriated funds running into millions of naira. Professor Ogundipe had denied any wrongdoing, and on Friday, when Mr. Babalakin said the resistance to the removal of Mr. Ogundipe is from the vocal minority who are benefiting extensively from the resources of the university. There is the silent majority and the vocal minority benefiting from the corruption of the university, which has become cultural, and we are determined to stop it, which is why there is resistance. Now, weeks before Professor Ogundipe's removal as Vice-Chancellor, the Pro-chancellor, who is Mr. Wale Babalakin, had been having a running battle with the university lecturers at Akoka there, and they have also warned him not to come into the premises of the university. Investigations have shown that Professor Ogundipe is very much liked by the academic staff of the university, as well as other staffers of the university and students of the University of Lagos. Chancellor's appointment has been met with stiff opposition within and outside the university environment. For instance, the UNILAG chapter of the Academic Staff Union of Universities has rejected his appointment, while also condemning the purported sack of Mr. Ogundipe. Now, Dele Ashiru, chairperson of the university's local chapter of ASU, insisted that Mr. Ogundipe remained the university's recognized head, accusing Wale Babalakin, the Pro-chancellor, of having vested interest. He said the removal was illegal and called for. According to Mr. Ashiru, he said, "Our union condemns in the strongest term the purported removal. It is the machination of the Pro-chancellor to destabilize this university, and our union has been on the forefront of the agitation against reckless and lawless Pro-chancellor. We reaffirm our confidence in the leadership of Prof Oluwatoyin Ogundipe as Vice-Chancellor of the university." Now, on the other hand, what becomes very much worrisome is the fact that the governing council have not been able to come out with a proper allegation against Professor Ogundipe, except for the 41 million naira that was mentioned for the renovation office. And you and I know that it is easy to allege, but when it's time to prove, most of the times, it's usually difficult to prove such allegations. It is only an allegation. Has it been substantiated? Has it been proven? Again, another issue to worry about is the fact that Wale Babalakin, who is the Pro-chancellor that is calling for the removal, or that has connived with the governing council to remove the Vice-Chancellor, Mr. Professor Ogundipe, also has skeleton in his cupboard. Before now, he was also accused of so many misappropriations. As we are even watching this video, Wale Babalakin has a lot of pending cases in court. As a matter of fact, he's even having cases bordering on serious debt running into multi-billionaire, which he owed a lot of Nigerian banks. Now the question, or the big question begging for answer is, a man who has reputation issues is now accusing another man of having reputation issues. Do you think this man is in a good stance to question the VC's reputation? Now, there are reasons why we believe right here that Mr. Wale Babalakin's plot to finally unseat Professor Ogundipe may not hold waters at the end of the day. Because if all the allegations leveled against Ogundipe are not substantiated, then it will be difficult to claim that he is corrupt or that he made a lot of misappropriations. As you're watching this, UNILAG staffers as well as the students are highly in support of Ogundipe, which was why what you watched earlier, where they were cheering the Aluta Continua songs with him while they escorted him back to his office. Now, the big question here is, how long will this crisis continue? This crisis is going to affect the academic section. While you ponder on those questions, we'll bring you another video clip here of the UNILAG Senate representatives in Aso Rock and how they vehemently kicked against the removal of, or the purported removal of Professor Ogundipe. Why don't you watch, guys, and then you can have your say in the comment section.
We're here on behalf of Senate of University of Lagos. We came to Lagos, we came to the villa because the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a visitor to the university. So we thought we should come and pay a courtesy call to the villa, because we have gone to the appropriate authorities to bring resolution of Senate concerning events that are unfolding in the university. The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, we heard over the social media, was removed by the council holding a meeting in Abuja on the 12th of August 2020. So on the 13th of August, the University of Lagos Senate held an emergency meeting attended by about 91 professors. More than that registered, that's signified in the petition that they needed to have that emergency meeting. The issue is, what is the issue? We're here because we want to make it known that the alleged or the purported removal of the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos has not followed due process, and therefore is illegal, cannot stand. We are not saying that the council has no right to remove the Vice-Chancellor. No. We are saying due process has not been followed. There is a laid-down procedure in the extant laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, namely the Universities Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 2003. It applies to all federal universities, and it provides for removal of a Vice-Chancellor. If there is a need to remove a Vice-Chancellor on the basis of misconduct, the procedure is that there should be a joint committee of Council and Senate. This has not been done in this case, and so we're saying it cannot stand. Rule of law has been trampled on the ground. And so we are really talking about the life and soul, if you like, of rule of law, of fairness, of justice, not just for University of Lagos, but for the entire university system. And if we are not careful, for the entire nation, because rule of law is the fundamental of our society, and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria provides for that. And so we are saying that this cannot stand. Due process must be followed. Please, let's note it. We are not saying a Vice-Chancellor has or has not committed any offense. So binding allegations or whatever here or there is begging the issue. The issue is, if you say they have done something wrong, then follow due process. And if it's found guilty, so be it. But without due process, it cannot stand. And this council has trampled on due process, and therefore Senate said they have lost confidence in the council. First of all, they affirmed their confidence in the substantive Vice-Chancellor, Prof Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, and the loss of confidence they have in the present Chancellor of the University of Lagos, led by Dr. Wale Babalakin. You cannot, by any stretch of imagination, convoluted interpretation of the Constitution, say that you have fulfilled the requirements of the law when the provisions are so clear. And again, we also heard over the social media that an acting Vice-Chancellor has been appointed. That flies in the face of justice. That's not what the law provides. It provides that if there's a vacancy and there's need to appoint an acting Vice-Chancellor, that Council has a right to do so on the recommendation of Senate. This has not been done. So we're not dealing with the banana republic. So we can't wake up and just rewrite the rules and think that things will stand that way. So if we keep quiet, today is University of Lagos. Tomorrow will be another university. So it's not about University of Lagos alone. It's about what the federal government, what government prides itself in. That's a rule of law, doing things the right way. And when things are not going the right way, being able to speak up and speak out and say, this is not the right way, it can't stand. So the Senate of the University of Lagos is saying, this purported decision cannot stand. Let due process be followed.
Earlier today, you went to NUC and the Ministers of Education's office. What was the outcome from there?
Well, we went to NUC. The NUC Executive Secretary, it's not on city travel, but we did drop the letter, which was duly acknowledged. And we also went to the Minister of Education. We had a short interaction with the Minister of State for Education.
Audio Jungle.